Democracies don't usually collapse with tanks in the streets. They collapse quietly. No sirens. No gunfire. No dramatic announcements. Just delays. Silence. And procedures that never happen. And right now, that is exactly what many believe is happening in Guyana. Parliament is stalled. Oversight is frozen. And one of the most powerful offices in a democracy remains vacant. The leader of the opposition. So the question is simple, but dangerous: why hasn't that leader been elected? Who benefits from the delay? And is Guyana still functioning as a real democracy? This is Global SIGHTTLINE. And today, we're breaking down a crisis that could redefine Guyana's future. Number 1. Why opposition matters. To understand this crisis, you first need to understand something fundamental. A democracy is not just about elections. It's about balance. In every functioning democracy, power is divided. There is a government, and there is an opposition. The opposition exists for one reason: to challenge power, to question decisions, to expose wrongdoing, to ensure no government rules unchecked. Without an opposition, elections become symbolic. Parliament becomes ceremonial. And power concentrates in one place. That is why the role of the leader of the opposition is so critical. This office isn't symbolic. It isn't optional. It is written directly into Guyana's constitution. And right now, that office is empty. Number 2. What is happening in Guyana? Following the September 2025 general elections, Guyana entered uncharted territory. A new political force emerged, the We Invest in Nationhood party, known as WIN. WIN shocked the political establishment by becoming the largest opposition party, winning 16 parliamentary seats. Under Guyana's system, that made their leader, Azruddin Mohamed, the clear frontrunner for leader of the opposition. Historically, this process has always been routine. But this time, it stopped. Weeks passed. Then months. No election. No motion. No explanation. WIN accused the ruling People's Progressive Party government of deliberately delaying the process. Their claim? That the government fears Azruddin Mohamed. They say he would aggressively scrutinize state spending, appointments, and governance. And they argue that avoiding his appointment allows the government to operate without accountability. For weeks, the government said nothing. Until President Irfaan Ali finally responded. Number 3. The President versus the Constitution. President Ali dismissed the accusations as absolutely ridiculous. He said the government plays no role in electing the leader of the opposition. According to him, it's the opposition's responsibility, and theirs alone. But here's the constitutional reality. The Speaker of the National Assembly must first allow the process to begin. That Speaker is Manzoor Nadir. Without his procedural action, the opposition cannot legally elect their leader. And according to WIN, that step has never been taken. WIN's prime ministerial candidate and MP, Tabitha Saraboe-Haley, says the party followed every rule. They formally requested the election before Parliament's first sitting. They submitted letters. All 16 WIN MPs signed a formal request. They even met directly with the Speaker. The Speaker acknowledged the request. But still, nothing happened. This raises a serious question. Is the Speaker acting independently? Or is the Speaker acting in the government's interest? Because the Constitution allows consultation, not permission. And if the Speaker is blocking Parliament, democracy itself is being delayed. Number 4. Why this delay is dangerous. This delay is not harmless. Since the election, Parliament has barely functioned. And without a leader of the opposition, the government can bypass constitutional safeguards. Here's why that matters. The Constitution requires consultation with the leader of the opposition for the Judicial Service Commission, the Police Service Commission, the Teaching Service Commission. These bodies oversee justice, law enforcement, and public institutions. Yet recent appointments were made without opposition consultation. The government's justification? There was no leader of the opposition to consult, but the opposition argues that this absence was manufactured. The process was blocked. The vacancy was created. And that vacuum benefited the government. This isn't a technical delay. It's a power shift. Number 5. Politics, power and extradition. To understand the tension, you need to understand Azruddin Mohamed. Once considered close to the political establishment, Mohamed has become one of its most vocal critics. Wynne believes this is why the party is being sidelined. Adding another layer of controversy, Mohamed is facing serious criminal charges in the United States. U.S. prosecutors are seeking extradition, pending court approval and government cooperation. Some believe delaying his appointment weakens his political position. The government has not directly addressed this speculation. And again, silence fuels suspicion. In democracies, transparency calms tension. Silence does the opposite. Number 6. Democracy on trial. This brings us to the most important question. Is Guyana still functioning as a democracy? Elections alone do not define democracy. Institutions do. Procedures do. Accountability does. Right now, Parliament is stalled. Oversight is weakened. The opposition is paralyzed. And all of this hinges on a process that should have taken days, not months. Until Parliament reconvenes, until the Constitution is followed, until the leader of the opposition is sworn in, Guyana's democracy remains under a cloud. Because democracies don't always fall loudly. Sometimes, they fade quietly. This is Global SIGHTTLINE. And this story is far from over.